My name is Rob Voncken. I'm the CEO of BioMCN, and in a few minutes I try to give you a short pitch about the company. Our company produces refined glycerin. We produce biomethanol, that's our main product, and we produce still standard what you call grey methanol. We all do that in the existing methanol plants that we bought in 2006. Two large plants, 500,000 tons capacity, of which one plant is still idled. The other plant we have rebuilt and we have changed based on our own proprietary technology, that is the gasification of crude glycerin into biomethanol. That's our standard business, and that's also our focus, in fact. What we are a company that was founded in 2006. Last year we made a turnover of 160 million euro with 90 people, and we are developing and focused on developing biofuels, biomethanol as a biofuel. This is our premises, and what you see here on the map is, in fact, you see here the glycerin refinery. This is the methanol line 2, which is idled, and this is the methanol line 1, which is in production. So it's a huge, in fact, chemical site. Insured value is 500 million euro that we bought in 2006 for 25 million euro. We invested 120 million euro in this site. That means, in fact, that there is an asset base which is far above the invested capital that we invested, and that's always a nice feeling it provides. In fact, what is methanol, biomethanol? In fact, this is a fantastic material. The worldwide capacity of methanol is 60 million tons, and out of methanol you can produce everything, from biofuels, plastics, coatings, pharmaceuticals, and you can provide products for the cosmetics industry. So methanol is a fantastic product. We produce biomethanol, so we are more or less into the sustainability growth of that big methanol market. We produce, like I said, methanol out of crude glycerin, but are developing into other routes. Green gas, direct use of CO2 to produce methanol, and in the use of forestry residues. I'll tell you about that later. So in that sense, a great opportunity, a great market. Our customer base that we have developed in the past years is in fact all blue chip companies. It's oil companies, it's suppliers to the oil companies. That means that we are now working in two specific applications, so-called low blends, direct use of methanol into the fuel pool, or the use of biomethanol into the bio-MTBE application. And what is MTBE? It's the octane booster in fuels, in fact. And you see here a mix of our customers, which rate from Shell, BP, Eni, etc. One of the future growth projects that we have in place, and it's also one of the reasons to present here, because we are financed by private equity company Waterland in the Netherlands. But we just got a grant of 199 million euro for a new investment into a 500 million euro project, which is called Wood Spirit. It's a gasification of wood residues into biomethanol. We do it together with Siemens, Linde, and Volker Wessels in a consortium. Talking now to other companies to be part of the consortium, amongst other the Austrian company Andritz will enter into the consortium. We are now starting to finance this, and we're looking for new shareholders to step into this project, which in terms of risk is low, but is the first worldwide gasification of biomass on this scale. Interesting projects, and we are going into a funding and a financial closure of this project, which is planned in 2014. Startup of the project is planned in 2017. In summary, we have a bright future ahead. If we combine what kind of company we are a so-called second generation biofuel company, which is important. In the new energy directive, we account for the so-called 4-counting system. We have now a double counting system for that. So we produce methanol out of waste and residues. Energy content is counted twice. CO2 savings are above 70%, which is very important. This is CO2 driven, climate change driven, and there are no issues with ILUC, indirect land use change, or food versus fuel issues. It's an important solution for oil majors for their fuel obligations. We have a project funnel which is filled with a lot of additional feedstock projects. One of them is a very interesting project also, where we use CO2 and water, and by the use of bacteria and sunlight, we produce biomethanol, and as a byproduct, oxygen. That's a project we have together with Exxon Mobil. And what is important for us is indeed the grant for the Wood Spirit project, 199 million euro for an overall investment of 500 million euro. Last but not least, we have an asset base with that idle methanol factory, which also is interesting to discuss with parties that have access to natural gas. What you see now in the worldwide industry is that, especially in the US with shale gas, methanol plants from all over the world are broken down, transported into the US to produce again methanol and to build that methanol industry. And there is an opportunity here to work together with companies in the natural gas area, oil and gas field, and from there to develop the bio-based economy field. First focus for us was biofuels, but this product is suited for, in fact, bio-based economy focused. Thank you for your attention, and I believe there are now some question time.
So one of the reasons why we are looking into bio-MCN is biomethanol is of course already a unique product, so that makes it interesting to look at. We know that there is a worldwide market for it, regardless of where it's produced. You can ship it from the location anywhere. So the market is sufficiently large enough. And also, what Rob already said is, if you have a location where you have relatively inexpensive supplies of gas, you could consider starting the grey production of methanol, and then over time develop that into actually biomethanol. And both resources, so the gas for grey methanol, but also the resources for biomethanol, and that's wood, are available plenty in Russia. So that's the reason why I said, okay, let's see if we can do something with this opportunity.
If shale gas comes to Europe and methane prices just plummet, how will this affect you?
It would be very positively, I would say. So in terms of the existing asset base, you would see that the production of grey methanol is again very profitable. That's what's happening now is in the US. The biggest player in the world of methanol is Methanex, Canadian-US company. And what they are doing now is they're breaking down plants they have in Chile and transport them back to the US where they have shale gas contracts. Biomethanol is driven by the Renewable Energy Directive. So we do not compete there directly with methanol. We compete there in terms of the fuel obligation with ethanol. And biomethanol or methanol has a 70% energy value of ethanol. And so we price the product at the ethanol reference, and by that you can create a higher price. So in a sense, even a company like Methanex is asking us, can we be your distributor of biomethanol in the US? Because even with US regulations and with US ethanol prices, you can have a different pricing mechanisms there. So it would be very positive for the grey methanol, and it does not affect the biomethanol developments that we are having at the moment. So we are hoping for that indeed. And that's why we're also trying now with the high natural gas prices in Western Europe. It would be very nice to find a partner who has access, maybe even in Russia, to a lower price system, whereby you can combine, say, the two good things, selling biomethanol based on the energy directive, and having access to low price gas.